friends, welcome to Stitchery. Today I'm going to show you how I made this gorgeous junk journal using printables from Kelly's Crafts by Kelly on Etsy. I'll send a link for this printable set in my description if you're interested in it, along with some recycled items and ephemera and other odds and ends. And the best part is this is a no-sew project. So if your sewing machine is covered in dust and in your grandma's attic, don't worry. If you have a glue gun, you can make a junk journal. Let me show you real quick some of the pages that we're going to be building. This kit is glorious. There's tags and pockets and all these huge prints. I also used some old paperback pages. I'll show you how to do that. But here's just a little flip through, a little try before you buy, if you will. Some lace in there, lots of fun stuff in this album. Held together by scraps of fabric and cardboard. So now let's go back in time and we'll make this from scratch. Okay, this kit is much larger than I had expected it to be. I mean, I'm not kidding when I say there are so many pages. This journal is going to be quite big. The great thing is you can make giant journals or several smaller ones or a bunch of pages, cards. There are a lot of files to download with these kits. What I did is I started prepping my pages, and I'm going to show you how I did that with these last two. I just cut them apart. These were printed full sheet here. See, like so. Then I took a book that was around the same size, slightly bigger because I kind of like the bigger pages on the edges. And I just pulled 4 sheets for each part. And I want this kind of fuzzy trim here to be on whatever my outside page will be, not my interior page. So I'm going to do it like this here. And I'm going to cut it on the top to fit, like so. Then I'm going to take a staple. This is the no-sew version. You could also sew these together. I am not super confident in my sewing abilities, especially confident enough to show them on a YouTube video, so that is why we're doing staples. Also, it's quick and I like it. Then I'm taking some vintage photo distress ink. This is what I use throughout the project. And I'm just going to ink the edges here along with the edges of my pages. You can use however many book pages you'd like. Whatever you decide on, just make sure you use that same amount throughout so that all your pages will be about the same thickness. I chose 4. It seemed to give me the stability I wanted. I also didn't have to worry about necessarily running out of pages on my book. Then let's take this final one here. So since this is the outside, this will be, I want my fuzzy trim on this side of this page. So I'm going to pull another 4. Also, let me just say, I have a family of 5 here in my house for the next 6+ weeks constantly. So this video will probably be done in sections. So if you notice a change of lighting, my nails looking in better or worse shape, maybe different colors, that is why, my friends. It's because it's a little tricky to do YouTube videos with a bunch of people running around. So just want to give you a little heads up there. How's everybody else doing? How's everybody out there in the world? What are you up to? Staying out of trouble? Okay, so this is going to be my last page. Done. Easy. Now what I'm going to do, let's put my book away here. And I'm going to bind these together, remove some of this, using some linen. This is linen from a project I found in my closet. This is an embroidery project I started, oh gosh, I don't know, a decade ago. Obviously I never finished it again, so guess what? Looks like linen to me. That's what we're doing, upcycling. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add this here as my binding agent for the pages because I like fabric in a junk journal. I think it looks really cool. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm going to use my hot glue here. Just put it like so. You gotta love hot glue. You could also use fabric glue for this. You could also, again, sew. Then I'm gonna fold this over, kind of make a artificial crease here. Then I'm gonna put my book like so. And this is how we're going to make sure all the pages work together. How cute is that? Okay, now for the next page. I'm going to take another one from my stack that's already done, and I'm just going to glue this one right on top. I don't need another piece of fabric because this isn't going to be a page that opens. I do need more glue sticks, however, so let me do that. Then I'm going to just put glue here, match it up like so, and done. Now I'm going to add a little bit more of my fabric here. Love it. You can do this however thick you want. You could go thinner on the fabric. I don't even know how thick this is. This is probably like several inches. I just kind of eyeballed a cut that I liked. Because again, I like the look of fabric on my junk journals. Okay, then I'm gonna do like this. I also cut these, as you can see, a little bit, a little bit longer than my journal because I like the way it looks. Okay, so that's how that's gonna fold. Now, what I could do is, to make sure that my folds stay pretty good, I'm going to fold just a couple at a time together, because otherwise one side's gonna get thicker, this side's gonna stay the same. So we're just gonna start back over here. This linen is really nice. I think somebody gave it to me one time, but I have to say, whoever you are out there, you probably don't remember either, but thank you. Okay, then we're gonna do a little of this. Perfection. I love these prints. They are adorable. I will definitely be using some of these to make a scrapbook page from too, because scrapbooking is really my passion, and card making. I love junk journals, don't get me wrong. I just don't make them that often. So I feel a little bit like I'm charting this territory with you right now. I've literally never done this technique before, but I saw somebody else do it online and I was like, oh, that's clever. So this is not something I'm super confident in, but I like the way it looks. So that's what we're doing. That's what crafting is, right? And all art, I just like it. So I'm doing it. Okay, so I'm gonna put this over to the side. Get another two. I mean, look at these prints. Friends, quite nice, isn't it? I'm going to decorate these also. But the nice thing, about having really cool illustrations like this is you don't have to decorate them all that much. And B, you don't want to add too much thickness if you want it to still close. So, you know, I'm used to, in my scrapbooks, I add so many flowers and rhinestones and really everything, just everything. I don't know, my kids lose their Legos. I'm like, well, guess who got it now? Me. It's gonna go somewhere. So they learn not to leave toys around because everything ends up in a collage. I could spray paint it, doesn't matter if it matches. They learn. But with the journals, you have to be a little bit more conservative in the things you choose to use. So in this, I'm just gonna use a lot of doilies, these printables here. Whoops, did you hear that? That was my stapler. We're going to use maybe some keys, maybe some pearls. Ooh, pearls are pretty. I just want to make sure that it closes because it already is going to be a fairly thick album with just all the pages and fabric. And I kind of like the simplicity of it. It's very pretty. And then, you know, the customer, because I sell these, can just use it however they want. Gardening journal, diary, very elegant shopping list. I don't judge. Okay, so I'm gonna put those on like that. Now, let's start decorating a few of these. Just because. Change it up a little bit. So for this one, I'm going to look at some of these printables here. So this is my page. Actually, this I kind of like. See, I just like it how it is. Maybe add a little something up here. There's all these great envelopes. Look at that. That you just cut and basically fold. Look at that. How cute. Guest checks. Let me just show you some of the stuff. Lots of fun things. Tags. Let's see. I'm not feeling this one yet. Okay, let's do this one. So on this one, let's tuck in this here. And I'm gonna make this a pocket. So I'm gonna use some art glitter glue for this because it's a little bit more forgiving on placement. I'll put this right in here. Perfect. And maybe some other little tags. What do you think? No, I like it. That's done. Wow, this is gonna be like the fastest journal ever. Okay, let's go back to this page now. I'm feeling my groove. I got it now. I got it. So this one will make a little pocket too. Like that. And we could put a little something in there. What should we put in there? Maybe some tags. Cute. Cute. Love it. Okay, let's see my other little done stash here. Oh, this is a cute one too. Put that on top. Oh yeah. So cute. I love this style. I love this look so much. Let's see. Super cute. And what is it about springtime prints? They're just so happy. I don't even garden, but it makes me wish I did because they're just so cute. Let's see if this will fit in there. Oh yeah, a little postcard. We could do that. Total cuteness. Put in a couple of those. Super cute. Let me get some doilies too. Doilies are adorable. I've been painting and dyeing a lot of doilies lately. And I have to say it's one of my new favorite things because they're so versatile for all different kinds of designs if you dye them. I've been doing a lot of like steampunk kind of stuff lately, and some dyed doilies also work with that style. It's amazing. Now I can't see that though. Let me see if I have something smaller. Doo-doo-doo. Cute. Cute, cute. I love this too. This is kind of a fun one. Maybe that one. Oh my gosh. I hesitated to make this video even because I was gonna do it just all fast forward because there's so much here. I was like, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm doing yet. There's a lot to look at. I'm nervous. I don't know if I'm ready, but you know what? I think I'm ready. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this one a little bit. I'm going to tuck this behind here. Get some more trim. I don't mind if it sticks out a little bit, but just want it most of the way on there. Then we'll put this on here. This is a fun pocket for like a larger tag, which I know are in here. Oh my gosh. Y'all, look at this. I mean, seriously. So cute. Sorry, I just get distracted by how cute everything is. This is the first time I've worked with this collection, and I just love it. So I'm gonna pull, let me see. Love this tag. Cute. Love it. Trying to think if it needs something over here too, for balance. I think so. Let's balance it over here. So adorable. So adorable. Okay. This one we could piece together. Happiness. Happiness. Let's see. We just a doily at the top on this one. I order doilies in bulk. And every time I use one, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I think I need 1,000 more. I also like that they don't add a lot of weight to the project. Like, I like chipboard and things like that too, but sometimes they could just be really heavy. Let me see, what do I want to do with this? Okay, now that all of my pages are put together and glued, we're gonna work on the cover. So for that, what I did is I took some mailing boxes, cut them to the size of my printables, as you can see here. That's gonna be my front, this is gonna be my back, and then this is gonna be my front. So I decided to use two different kinds of linens. I believe these are both from like Tim Holtz. I've had them for a long time. But as you can see, they're almost like this burlap here, and then this kind of loose weave linen here. I thought it would look nice on the spine of my book. So I'm gonna line those on the inside here before I put my first page down. This is gonna be my internal first page. I could have also put it on the front wrapping around. I just didn't necessarily want to add a lot of bulk underneath my image on the front. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down now by adding some hot glue. Again, no sew method. So if you have sewing machines in storage, or you're just not that confident in your sewing skills, which is the case of me, then you don't have to worry about it. I'm going to try to line this up like so. Make sure that closes nicely. Boom, beautiful. Now I could open this, add a little bit more. And it's a great way to reuse those boxes. I keep them, they're so handy for so many projects, really. And every time I use them, I'm just so happy I kept them. Okay, now I'm gonna flip this over before I put my top panel on, because this is what I decorated for the top. Lovely, love it. But I don't want to squish this as I flip it over. So we're going to do the back panel next. Same way. See, we're just going to glue this. I already glued to the paper part. Now I'm going to glue this cardboard piece right on top. Could not be easier, right? And obviously, junk journaling, part of the appeal for me is that it doesn't have to be any kind of certain way. No rules. No size guidelines, no supplies restrictions. You could just use whatever and make something beautiful. Let me get another glue stick. I'm gonna glue this down a little bit more. Here we go. You gotta love hot glue. Is there anything hot glue can't do? Leave me in the comments. Tell me if there's have you ever tried to use hot glue for something and it did not work? I don't know, upholstery, something like that, that maybe hot glue just wasn't the right tool. I haven't found that yet. It's worked for everything. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a closure option on my journal with this pretty ribbon. I dyed this myself using some, I will show you, Distress ink spray from Tim Holtz. This is antiqued bronze. Isn't that pretty? So that's what I used for that. I'm going to put this part of it right below my main panel. No real reason. I could have also put it underneath. I just felt like it. So for that, I'm going to glue down some in my center here, like so. Make sure it's kind of straight going around the other side, like so. And flip it back over. Let me make sure I have the front in the front, because knowing me, I would glue the entire thing upside down. Speaking from experience. So now I'm going to do my back panel first, again, just for squish safety. Put that right on top. Look at how easy and adorable. Totally gorgeous. Again, I will have links to the Etsy seller and this listing. If you like this collection, it is adorable. There are a bazillion downloadable prints. So you could literally craft with this and make a billion projects. I've done the math, a billion. Okay, so the back panel is done. If you have some extra showing here, you could just trim that. If you want to be meticulous like that. Now let's flip this around to the front. This is also from the printables. I dyed a doily. I added some Prima flowers, lace, some little goodies there. The cover's great because this is the part where you really can go big and fluffy because it's, you know, it's the front. It's the big impact. It's the big, I don't know. I don't actually have anything. Okay, so there's my journal. Now what I'm going to do, because I want to be able to close this, I'm going to trim this down a little bit. I just wanted to make sure I had enough to go around. So I'm just going to trim this like so. Okay, and it doesn't need to be perfect either. I like imperfections when I deal with junk journals. I love it. I just think it makes it look so much more antique-y and unique. Then I'm going to trim the extra of this too. That's why when I cut the fabric panels or when I tore the book pages, I kind of wanted it really rough. I think it makes it look more interesting. So here we go. And then this can be tied like so with my beautiful seam binding dyed to match. And you could even do a double bow. I like a lot of ribbon. You can't go wrong with ribbon and flowers. That's what I always say. Well, that's actually just a double knot. So you know what? Don't listen to me. I don't know how to do double bows. Let me fix this. Oh, YouTube. Okay, so that's not a double bow. I lied. I'm going to do a single bow and I'm going to just trim some. Change your plans. Live it. You know, we do this on the fly. Okay, so there's my journal and I couldn't be happier. I love the way it turned out. I love the color palette on this. Look at this cool spine. I mean, how cool would this be on a bookshelf or on a coffee table? It looks so interesting from all different sides and you just want to open it and discover. So let's just flip through, shall we? One more time before we have to say goodbye. Let's just revisit what we just saw. Here, lovely. I'm going to insert something here. Actually, boom, there we go. Cuteness. I love the fabric on this. Love it, love it. Couldn't be happier with the way it turned out. This would be great for like gardening or a dreaming or, again, grocery lists. Whatever you think. To-do lists for your kids. I don't know. What do people do with junk journals? I just like making them. I've never used one personally for anything other than to make it pretty. So what have you used junk journals for? Have you made a junk journal before? Maybe this is your first experience. Let me know. Leave me a comment. Keep in touch. I'm glad you were here to share this journey with me. Like I said, I'm not a professional journal maker. I like this no-sew technique because for me it's easier and I like all the flexibility of using, I don't know, just different elements, different sizes, kind of adds to the whimsy. Subscribe to my channel and ring the bell. Check it out and try it out. Let's make some stuff. Bye!